everyone and welcome to the Chrissy B Show. Now the Christmas season is fast approaching and in the lead up there are lots of social gatherings. So our stylist Cynthia Liza Gregoire will be speaking on styling for the festive season, and her sister Theresa Maegan Gregoire for today's makeup slot will be talking about festive seasonal looks and party makeup. We'll also be taking a look at which of you are secret shoppers in our street chats. I'll be showing you my latest Chrissy challenge where I designed my own perfume scent and tested it out on the public, and I'll be answering a question from a viewer. But first of all, let's talk to the lovely Excel with the news. Hello.
Hello, Chrissy.
How are you, my love?
I'm very well, thank you. Good to be here again.
Feeling festive?
I am. I'm starting to feel
with all the decorations in the studio.
Absolutely, absolutely. I'm gradually getting
just
there.
Have a green tree in the corner. That'll be our Christmas tree.
Absolutely. I've got lovely news for you and the viewers as always today. And I thought I should start off with something, I don't know, you might tell me what you think about this, Chrissy. Kanye West wants to show how much he loves his daughter by buying her first diamond ring.
Oh, please.
And he allegedly wants her to wear it on her wedding finger. Why? Because he's the first man to love her.
Oh.
Slightly cheesy or slightly weird? You decide. A source told...
She won't look after that though, will she, very well?
Well, I suppose she won't really take it off. You probably just fit round the finger and you just leave.
Of course, you take rings off, don't you? You don't leave them on, unless it's a band, wedding band or something.
Yeah, well, it's he says he's in the process of designing a source told HollywoodLife.com that he's in the process of designing a one-of-a-kind diamond ring for her to wear on her wedding finger, and it symbolizes Dada's love for his little angel.
How old is she?
I think she's 1.5 now, I believe. Yeah. She only turned 1 the other day, and it was a bit controversial because for her first birthday, she got a pair of diamond studs. Oh yes, I think she's...
I suppose if you can afford it, why not?
Absolutely. So she won't get the ring yet though, apparently. Kanye wants to wait until she's a little bigger so that it will fit better. That way he can get the biggest rock that can fit her tiny hand.
Blimey.
So they say call him crazy, but that's what he's doing. He says it's going to be a princess cut and her name is going to be engraved in the band, and it will have the biggest diamond on it she can possibly carry. And yeah, are we jealous of the kid?
No.
Just a tad.
We don't need diamonds.
Well, they're only a girl's best friend. Well, something quite linked to that I found as well. Let's keep it to the Kanye news here. Apparently, Kanye used to fancy Kourtney, Kim's sister. And he actually named her Girl of the Week on his blog in 2009. Slightly awkward. However, to be fair to him, he named both Kourtney and Kim as Girl of the Week in his blog.
Okay.
So, yeah. So, yeah, well, just thought I'd
got away with that one.
Put that in. Yeah, got away with that one. The next thing, keeping it into the sort of like lovely love and romance, I suppose. A young man took his fiancée to a restaurant for a romantic meal. This was in Wales. And as he came in with his fiancée, he was handed a children's colouring book and crayons by the waitress. Why, you might ask? Because he was 3'7" and his fiancée is 5'7". So as they sat down, she naturally assumed that a mother had come in with her child. And it was only after he responded, "Thank you," in a deep adult voice, was when she went, "Oops, you're not a kid, are you?" Cute photo, please. It was quite hilarious, I have to say. But lovely, lovely, beautiful girl there. So, so you could easily make the kind of, someone's coming with her kid.
Yeah.
So, but of course the waitress was very embarrassed. And sort of,
it's an easy mistake to make though, isn't it?
Exactly, and she apologized.
At least they took it well. Did they take it well?
Oh yeah, he actually was good-humoured about it. He said they've been laughing about it ever since. He wasn't bothered.
So how long have they been together then?
It says here, it didn't say how long they've been together, but he's 26 and she's 20, and they plan to get married in 2016. Aww. So he says she immediately put the colouring book. He said as soon as he said thank you, she knew he wasn't a child. And the waitress immediately put the colouring book behind her back in shock. And he says, "I am man enough to see the funny side and I would never take offence." Good on you. Nice. Good on you, James.
Good for him.
Lovely jubbly. Again, keeping in the theme of love, I don't know, do we see a central theme here? When two people fall
Christmas,
in love,
not Valentine's.
I know. I just
going
thought
on,
I'm getting my seasons mixed up. I think I'm getting all loved up today. I don't know. What can I say? How long would you say is a considerable dating period, Chrissy?
Depends. If you're seeing the person a lot.
Yeah.
What, before you get married, you mean?
Mm-hmm.
If you see the person a lot, maybe 6 months. If you've seen them on a regular basis.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't see them that often, yeah.
A year? Right, okay. How about 2 months?
2 months.
Let's just say Fred Collingwood and Mary Talbot have been engaged for just 2 months when they walked down the aisle last week, making them Britain's oldest newlywed couples because they're both at the age of 89.
Oh, I don't want to waste any more time.
I know. What you don't need that. When you're sure, you're sure. And they just look at them there, absolutely gorgeous. They met as a social club for partially sighted people, and their friendship turned into romance after a quick kiss and a cuddle on the sofa. Oh, steady on now. She says, it has been a whirlwind, but now I couldn't do without him. She had lost her first husband, whose name was Lewis, and said she met him at the center. She's been happier than she's been in years. Freddie is a wonderful man and a great companion and makes me laugh a lot. She says, we don't act our age together. How many couples in their 80s spend every day cuddling on the sofa? In fact, this is Mr. Collingwood, actually. He says, in fact, Mary sulks if I don't sit with my arm around her.
Oh.
So it's very, very nice indeed. Lovely.
That's so sweet. You see, it's never too late, guys. Is it?
I agree.
It doesn't matter your age. Don't say you're too old to find someone. You've been, if you've lost someone, if you're widowed or anything, you can always find someone else later on. It's always possible.
Well, a bit of weird news now, Chrissy. A former fitness instructor has been left confined to his sofa and unable to leave his home after developing an allergy. Do you know what the allergy is?
No.
Electricity.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Never.
It says here, his name is Peter Lloyd. He's 42, and he has a severe reaction if exposed to any kind of electrical gadget, including televisions, phones, computers,
what does he do all day?
Wi-Fi's and CD players. That's just your life,
what
really.
What does he do?
Well, apparently he just sits at home, and everybody who comes into his house has to leave their electrical equipment outside.
Oh my
For
goodness.
example, the news, when I saw the news, it was a bit of a fuzzy picture, so I didn't bring it up, so I don't have a photo for you. But there was a picture taken in his house with him sat on like a mattress, and the photographer had to use like one of those what do you even call them these days? The ones, the cameras with film, basically. Okay. He couldn't use an electrical, like a modern day camera. So he had to use a film camera. And the condition apparently is known as electromagnetic hypersensitivity. And it means that sufferers are sensitive to magnetic and electrical fields. So they had to use the film disposable camera.
Didn't even know that existed.
I know. Apparently, he is now unable to walk because he first showed signs of the symptoms of the disease in his 20s when he was living in Spain. That he would have difficulty talking, and he felt he had a thought block. That he just basically he would get a foggy feeling in his head, and after looking at a computer, and he had an inability to think straight. So that this is where he had what do you call it? Now got diagnosed. He says here he passes his time now by reading more than 100 books a year, and he also has to wash by heating water over an electric cooker. So I'm assuming the cook because doesn't really get any other electricity. He says as time went on, he realized he was becoming more affected by different gadgets with different frequencies and different devices. So his natural reaction, he believed he would cope, but it got worse. So now he faces eviction because his landlord has discovered he was not using the electric heating. So I'm thinking, why? Why would you evict someone for that? But that was just the side of the story. I just thought hilarious. But now, because he's about to lose his home, he's hoping the council will build him a house in the woods away from electricity.
This is a thing I was just thinking here while you're speaking. Yeah. He's going to have to go and live, if he doesn't have a cure for this condition, he needs to go and live on in isolation beach somewhere. Yeah. With maybe people that, or maybe, I don't know if he has a partner.
He doesn't say he has, no.
On one side it sounds horrible, but on the other hand, imagine not having phones and being disturbed and actually having conversations with people. It's kind of like, do you see what I mean?
True.
There could be a positive side to it.
This is it.
You just live among nature and away from all these things which probably make you sick anyway.
Well, yeah. No, it's kind of it's being forced into an organic life, maybe.
Alrighty. XO, you're going to stay with us because we're going to cover some more news a bit later on, but we do need to go to a break now. But do stay tuned because after the break, we have fashion journalist and stylist Cynthia Liza Gregoire, and we'll also find out if any of you guys out there are secret shoppers. Stay tuned.
Don't forget to subscribe to the Chrissy B Show, always aiming to show you the happier side of life. You can find us on YouTube, Facebook and Twitter.
Welcome back to the show. Now, before we go to Cynthia with styling, let's take a look at what people had to say when we asked them if they were secret shoppers. Did they admit to it? Let's see.
So would you say that you're a secret shopper?
No, I'm quite blatant shopper actually.
I'm a secret shopper. I would say I am. Like, after shopping, when I come home, I'm hiding it just to make sure I get upstairs before my mum asks me any questions. I think, yeah, I am. Or especially like online, when you see a little site that's got good prices for certain stuff, keep it to yourself.
Not really, no.
Why not?
Because I don't go shopping.
Is that why? Because you're a man?
Yes, generally.
I think I'm a secret shopper. I don't think I can keep it a secret to myself. Like, the only time I shop is when I really need an outfit or I'm definitely looking for something. And whenever I get it, I'm always aware that I've got it, so I'll wear it straight away, really. So I wouldn't say I'm a secret shopper.
So are you a big shopping fan then? Is it something that you like to do regularly?
Yeah,
Why?
because I love clothes and shoes and everything. I love shopping.
Why do you love it?
Because I am a woman, and you know, a woman normally likes shopping.
Or anyone?
No, I wouldn't hide it. No, not at all. No, I wouldn't hide it. No.
Would you be quite proud?
Yeah, I probably would actually, because it makes you feel good. So why would you hide it? It probably has a psychological effect. Unless, of course, you're a shopaholic, then you might try and hide it when you get home.
Yes, I am, yeah.
Why?
Because I don't like saying I spend too much money, so yeah. I prefer to keep it for myself. Like, oh my goodness, I don't say it.
Who do you keep it a secret from?
From my mom and from my dad, yeah.
Does your partner ever get annoyed or?
No, he likes also. He gives me 100% support to buy.
That's quite unusual. You're a lucky lady.
Yeah.
Do you reckon you're a secret shopper more from your mum, or what about to yourself as well? Do you like get a bit of denial?
I think for myself, I'm like, I don't really like to tell me how much I've spent, because then you realise you're overspending. So you try to keep it for yourself, even though you know you're overspending, but you just try to hide it.
So we have some naughty Londoners there. And we have Cynthia now with her styling tips for us. She's going to be telling us a few. Now, secret shopping, have you ever done it?
Not myself personally, but we get them in the shop all the time.
Really?
It's quite funny.
How do you know they're secret shoppers?
Oh, they'll just ask to put things on different credit cards or wrap things different, and they'll put them in different bags or run out of the store really quick and come back.
Well, it's nice to see one of the people that we interviewed, her partner actually supports 100%. That's really nice, isn't it?
Yeah, totally.
Lucky lady. All right, but let's go to our styling now.
All
Cynthia.
right. Okay. So today is part 1 of 3 for Christmas fashion now. So it's that time of season. We're middle of November, but if you look in all the windows, have you seen? There's all this kind of Christmas festive wear, and it's that time of season where anything goes. So yeah. Anyways, I have some slides to go through at first, just some stores that inspired me, and we'll just talk about some of the different silhouettes and colors on the high street.
Okay, definitely. Let's go to them.
Okay. So this first slide here, you can see that the cocktail dress is a very popular choice, and the one on the left there's in a bold color red with this peplum that gives sort of like a very feminine look there. This would be very suited for a woman with a smaller bust. Now see those capes on the back, Chrissy? Those are not part of the outfit.
Oh, okay. I thought that they were a little bit strange.
I thought they were. I like it. Okay.
Anything goes in fashion, you said.
That's true. There are no rules, isn't it? Next slide here. Okay, this one here, I really love this slide. It shows 3 cocktail dresses. You've got 3 different bold colors. We've got the red one. If you notice there, Chrissy, it's got 1 sleeve. It's a 1-sleeve dress, that asymmetrical trend carrying over into the festive season. We've got 2 bow dresses, the green one having an asymmetrical bow. So again, just that touch of femininity, and these would just make great cocktail dresses for that staff party or that Christmas party with a family. The next slide, we have here lace. Lace is always a timeless classic. You're going to get lots of compliments. It looks good on all body shapes. And for the male there on the right-hand side, I thought, you know how some males don't like really dressing up and such? Maybe try something like a different cut. That blazer was just a little bit longer, so try maybe a different cut in a normal color that you'd normally wear.
Okay.
On the next slide, I think we have some more lace here. It's kind of hard to see. And this one here on the left is actually something we're going to be seeing trending for the next kind of year or so. So if you want to be ahead of the game, you pick something like this. This one here has a short skirt, but it actually has a long lace skirt overlay. It's really, really pretty and feminine. Now this men's look, I'm just loving this. Look at this burgundy 2-toned tuxedo jacket with a little bow tie. I'm just loving it. It's that time for men to really bust out a neck piece, I think. And the last garment there, it was just shimmery. So you see a lot of shimmer, a lot of shiny fabrics around the holiday season.
Okay.
All right, and I think I have a few more slides here. This one here, again, the black jumpsuit. If you're not very confident in wearing something very shimmery, you could go with something like a black plain jumpsuit. It is sort of a special item. Shiny fabrics on the left there. Okay, and I think I have one more slide here, and it was just to show you're just seeing so much lace on the high street, and you can see there I've got 3 paneling, right, with the sheer skin underneath. So
very good.
Very, very nice, elegant look.
Okay, so let's walk over now. We've got the lovely Megan ready to show us one of her dresses.
Okay. So, well, Chrissy, I'll just go through our outfits for today. So all of us are very Christmas party inspired. And I've got 3 different looks here. I'll start with yours, Chrissy. I was very inspired by Comet 67P this week, landing on the Comet for the first time. And I went for a very metallic look with Chrissy in this lovely silver Vivienne Westwood asymmetrical dress. It's absolutely gorgeous. We've got neck draping, we've got an asymmetrical cut skirt. I've paired it with some studded heels, and we've kept the jewelry quite simplistic because it is quite a loud piece. It's got beautiful jacquard fabric, and I mean, again, it's just Vivienne Westwood always just cuts such an amazing dress. And Chrissy, you rock it.
Thank
Love
you.
It. With Megan here this week, I was very inspired by Kate Middleton. She just recently attended the Royal Variety Show, showing up in a black lace DVF. So we have Megan here in this same dress, only in gold. So this is a gold DVF dress, and this is just a dress that if you invest money in, you're going to wear it season after season, year after year. It is absolutely timeless. It looks good on all body types, and you will just receive many compliments. It's just a fabulous, wonderful dress. And I think it comes from this lovely lace overlay. You've got these sheer sleeves. It's very feminine and delicate around the neckline.
I love this stuff here as well.
I do too.
Makes it really nice.
It just really adds that little bit. And Megan, if you just turn around and show us the back detail, we've got this zipper down the back, this exposed zipper, and this really feminine V there, which allows you to kind of play with your hair and pin up your hair.
Let's have a close-up of her hair as well, that lovely little design there.
As well.
Can we get that? There you go.
Very elegant. And we've paired it with these gold studded heels, so we want to keep the jewelry quite minimal. Okay. For myself, I have myself in a floor length gown. So this one would be a little more dressy than your cocktail dress. And this one is also done DVF. It's got an empire waist on it. And it's very late 60s, early 70s inspired, so I've styled my hair accordingly. Now, the thing I love about this dress is the draping in the front here would be great for those women maybe hiding a bit of a bulge. DVF just cuts such a nice dress, makes your figure look amazing. This as well, this deep V line would look good on a very small busted waist, or small busted lady. And also we have just minimal silver jewelry. and the fabric is just very, very elegant.
So you're going to be continuing with the festive looks for?
I think we
the
will.
next couple
Yeah,
of weeks,
we'll bring it.
There's so much to talk about, isn't there?
Oh, there's everything, and we still got casual looks to go to, because not every party that you'll go to will be very like to wear a dress, right? Sometimes you'll be wearing shiny jeans. We'll get out the G-lace, play around with it.
I like the G-lace.
Get the guys' Christmas sweaters out, all those types of
lovely
things. So
I just noticed with your outfit, you've got a nice bracelet on there as well.
yeah, this one's actually from Tiffany's. It's just really simple.
That's lovely.
And everything. So
Wow.
what do you usually look for when you're shopping for Christmas outfits?
I do like dresses, I have to say, and
do as well.
I tend to go for more sort of for just above the knee dresses.
Yeah, so the cocktail dress. Yeah, I think that's
fitted dresses I like a
I
lot.
love that too. And then you can always put like a short jacket over top, or
exactly,
dress it down. This is what we should have done with Megan. Actually, would have looked really nice with a black leather rock and roll jacket.
Really?
So
This
I
outfit?
think so.
Wow. Okay.
Definitely. Just
Have
a
to
short
see that.
tailored one, right? From last time we talked about power dressing.
Okay, definitely.
Yeah.
Alrighty, thank you so much, Cynthia.
Oh, you're welcome.
Megan, you're going to stay with us because we're going to be talking about party looks, aren't we? And you're going to
Yes.
talk about the makeup that you've done for myself as well. Okay, so do join us. I don't know which my camera is. Do join us after this.
Don't forget to subscribe to the Chrissy B Show, always aiming to show you the happier side of life. You can find us on YouTube, Facebook and Twitter.
Welcome back, everyone. Now we're going to go to Megan in just a moment, but first of all, let's take a look at my latest challenge where I had to make my own perfume. I was up against someone called Abby, who you've met before, and the public had to decide who produced the best perfume.
Have you done perfume blending before? Never?
Never.
The first thing I need to tell you is that fragrance is made up of notes, top, middle and base notes. So the top notes tend to be the ones that you smell first of all in the department store. The middle notes create the body of your fragrance, and then the base notes are the ones that linger for a long time. So when you smell the scarf, you've got the majority of it is your base note. There isn't really any big secrets about blending fragrance, but I would say include a top, middle and a base in your choice. Okay, so you can blend as many as you want, but at least have a minimum of 3. So are you ready to go?
Yes. Yeah.
Good. Chrissy, here's your fragrance, it's happiness. So, there you go. Just spray it onto a rose.
I love that.
And Abby, here's your one. And it's called Sunshine. So, oh, it's beautiful. There you go.
I'm really happy with that. Really happy. That's lovely too. I like mine though. I prefer mine. So now we're going to take to the streets of London to ask the public which one they prefer, and hopefully. Yes, I lost to the lovely Abby, but I reckon that's because we tested the perfumes out on men and her fragrance was a bit more sort of masculine type smell. That's why I reckon I lost, because my perfume's lovely. But now you can hear her giggling next to me. We have Megan with us now. She's going to be telling us all about some party festive makeup. And actually Cynthia is with us again because she's going to be our model, one of our models.
Yes, so I've demonstrated my 3 favorite holiday looks today, but I just wanted to talk a bit before what holiday and festive makeup and what I think of. And I think of sparkles, I think of a little glitter, I think of that little extra for the holiday season. And there are some things that when you're applying the makeup that you have to look out for, and that's the fallout of those sparkles and the shimmers. If you're doing shadows, you may want to do your eyes first and then apply your foundation base after, which sometimes it's a bit hard because you have a routine and sometimes people just, they'll wash the face, then they'll apply their foundation, they'll cover up their concealer. But actually, if you're doing a sparkle shimmer on your eye and putting, that sparkle, it might fall out on and stick. Okay. Right, because your base is that liquid and you want to set it with powder, it might stick and then you'll have to wipe and redo. So if you actually have done your foundation first and you may want to not have to redo everything, you can always cover, when you're applying that little sparkle shimmer, your face with a tissue. That way it can just fleck off. Okay. Yeah, so that you can not have that stick to your face. So I'm just going to go to my first look here, which is a look that is inspired by, I'd say, the Kim Kardashian, the J-Lo glow type look. So people often, they'll ask me, for that Victoria Beckham look where there's those bronzes, coppers, golds, and this is what the palette looks like for that type of look. And this is a cream based palette. It's called the Reflection palette by Illamasqua, and those are the shades that you would use to achieve that look. And I think that that's a very glamorous look, high class and expensive type look that you would have with one, when you are wanting that red carpet type look. So another benefit of this is that with the creams, you can achieve that same glimmer, but you don't have the fallout. So you actually don't have to worry about that, and you can get that shine and that shimmer with just having that in a cream, so it doesn't fall. So it's quite good because it's convenient that way. Also, when you are in a gathering and sitting and talking and chatting, I noticed a little bit of details that you have on your face. So don't be afraid to go that little extra with your makeup. I always talk about the 3-dimensional cheek because it is important and it does make the makeup different. So again, when you're applying your blusher, do contour underneath for that extra dimension. Do highlight as well with a highlighter because you're in the festive season. You want to be glowing, shimmering, sparkling, just like everybody and everything around you. And so then you want to highlight at the tops of your cheekbones and in those places where the light reflects to get that glow. So that's quite important. And it's just, I say it's the difference between a generic t-shirt and a designer t-shirt. It's the detail, isn't it? And what a perfect opportunity when you're in the spotlight, when you're there to meet your friends and family, to go that extra mile just to bring your A game for the holiday. And so Chrissy, I was actually inspired as well because Cynthia was inspired when she styled you in regards to Comet 67. And so 67P. And so I thought that I would use Phenomenon, which is a liquid metal base, just to get that extra silver shimmer. And one of the things that people maybe do is they'll pick up this nice gold, shadow, and then they'll apply it, and it doesn't look as pigmented as it does in its case. So what you can do is you can actually put a base on, and this is actually a liquid metal base. So this isn't your shadow. It's actually a cream base. Okay. So, like I said, the creams and liquids are your first, and then you set things with powder, so eyeshadows. So you can actually layer and play around with the colors if you want and have the time to do so with your different shadows to create different kind of reflectors. The long wear cream shadow from Bobbi Brown they have, you can see it's a kind of amber copper, but it has gold flecks in it. So what you want to do is, if you do have the time, you can play around and you can have a gold shimmer shadow that you can add to any color eyeshadow. So let's say you have a purple eyeshadow and you want it to sparkle gold, just brush that over and you have that mix. But then you have these actual shadows that combine all of that for you already. And I know that, you know, Givenchy and Bobbi Brown, they'll all have these type of cream shadows where they have 3 or 4 different type of reflector colors in there to get that extra pop. So you can get that done. Also, the timeless red lip. If you have red lips and you, like I do today, you can also step it up a notch, like my Lupita Nyong'o, I pronounce her name right. She likes popping her eyes with the gold and the red lips, so that's brilliant. So you can do, you know, gold eyes with the red lips. It just looks absolutely gorgeous.
You look absolutely gorgeous, both of you.
You guys do.
Thank you so much. Alrighty, so we're going to go to a quick break now, and then after the break, I'll be back with Excel for some more news, and I'll be answering a question from a viewer. Thanks, girls. See you after this.
Thanks, Chrissy.
Don't forget to subscribe to the Chrissy B Show, always aiming to show you the happier side of life. You can find us on YouTube, Facebook and Twitter.
Welcome back to the show. So we're going to go across to Excel in just a moment with some more news, and I'll also be answering a question from one of you guys at home. But first, let's take a look at this fitness tip with Jane Rafter, who's our fitness expert on the show. And she's going to be showing us some effective abdominal exercise you can do while you're standing.
Hi everyone, and welcome to my fitness workout tips. So what I want to show you today is a method of working your abdominals, specifically working your abs from a standing position. We always think that when we've got to work our abs we have to lie on the floor, which actually is not true at all. So this is particularly good if you're exercising outdoors and the floor's not suitable to lie down to do any abs. So what you can do is take your hands behind your head, really pull up through your abdominals, and then bring your knee up to your chest, and it's as though you're doing a sit-up lying on the floor. So the upper back curves over, this bit of your abdominal really shortens, so it is exactly like doing a sit-up. But you know what's better about this as well? It forces you to balance, and you improve your balancing skills and your core strength when you do this kind of exercise. You can also get the obliques, the side, by going like this. And if you want to be a bit more challenged, you can add a leg extension, take your leg to the side and bring it across. So this is much harder. So you can add those to your fitness regime, enjoy them, and I'll see you next time.
Thank you to the lovely Jane. So now it's time to answer a question from a viewer, and this one's from Lorraine. And she says, "Hi Chrissy, I have 2 daughters and 1 son between the ages of 16 and 21, and to my surprise, they are all expecting their first child. Where did I go wrong? I brought them up well and to respect themselves and put people first, etc. I feel so ashamed and disappointed, I'm even afraid to leave my house sometimes, just so that I don't see people's faces when they're talking about me and my family. I want to be there for them, but I also just want to get away. My girls are not very mature yet, and my son is a mummy's boy. How can these children be having children? What would Chrissy do?" Okay, so Lorraine, you have 3 grandchildren on the way. Now, you can either we can look at this in 2 ways. You can either sort of carry on feeling quite down about it and feeling ashamed and everything, but at the end of the day, you have to ask yourself, what good is that going to do to the situation that's going on right now? It's only going to make you feel worse. It's going to affect them as well. You know, the 2 girls are pregnant, so, you know, any kind of negativity is also going to affect them, and even could possibly even affect, you know, the children that are coming. So what I would say to you is that you need to kind of put that all aside now and concentrate on the future. So you have this situation, and the truth is, you know, parents, they do their best for their children. They can really like give them the best upbringing. They can give them all the advice in the world. But those children, at the end of the day, they make their own decisions and they don't always follow their parents' advice. So it's not going to help, by you wondering why and stressing yourself out. So what's happened. I've also seen families really torn apart by, worrying about what other people think. So don't get hung up on that and what other people think. It's none of their business anyway, and they have their own issues to deal with. So put all that aside and concentrate on the future, like I said. What I would do is give your kids all the support and help that they need. But I would also say don't take on all the work yourself, because they also need to grow up and be mature and become responsible adults. So they need to understand that they've got themselves into this, so they have to make sure that they do everything they possibly can now to make the future bright for those children. That's what I would say. Look forward instead of wondering what other people are thinking. So, you have to be quite positive about this so it doesn't get you down. I do hope that's helped, Lorraine. And if you guys at home have a question for me, you can email me on chris@chrissybshow.tv. Quite a difficult situation, but at the end of the day, what could she do?
Yeah, I think you've said it right there. I think I completely agree with you. And I think also the fact that she thinks they're too young, the children now have to have a crash course in maturity.
Exactly.
And just get on with it now, because if you're old enough to make babies, time to grow up.
Yep, that's right. Okay, my darling, we have a bit more news, haven't we?
Yes, I do indeed. There's actually something quite hilarious that I found. It was... I think I'll just kind of get it out of the way. I'm pretty certain no one's having dinner at this time of the night, so we can cue video, please.
Oh no, what are you going to show us?
Someone just said there is no way all that came from one head. Yes, it did.
Goodness.
Cue a still, please. I have the still shot for you, just in case you missed that.
Oh.
Wonderful. All those lovely creepy crawlies. Fab. And
yeah. And the point of this news item would be?
Well, let's just say, I think I should have featured this on the day that Dr. Hicks came to talk about head lice. So this would be a very good illustration for that day. So when I came across this, I thought, Dr. Hicks isn't here today. I'll dedicate this one to him. So this is for you, Rob.
Well, thanks for that, Excel. Putting everyone off their dinner.
Oh, fabulous. Well, you shouldn't have been eaten at this time. Shame on you. But, all right, I'll take you to a sweeter note now. As part of Chocolate Week, I have to say...
Chocolate Week?
Well, yes, there was Chocolate Week last month, yes.
How did we miss that?
You missed it. Well, I'm sorry, but you missed it.
Oh, no.
But it was a chance to sort of celebrate all things chocolate. And there was actually something made by the Lindt chocolate, coupled with the designer of the Downton Abbey costume maker. And they came up with a lovely creation they called Deco Diamond. And this lovely model modeled this dress made entirely of chocolate.
No.
Oh,
wow.
yes. Oh, yes. It was handmade using 60 kilos of Lindt's Excellence chocolate, and it took 3 months to construct. And it was inspired by, like I said, Downton Abbey and the roaring 1920s, and it was created by BAFTA winner McCall, the Lindt's master chocolatier.
They must have really made sure she was very cold.
This is the thing. I have to say, I'm I get hot very easily. That thing would have dripped the minute it touched me. It would have just started melting, I have to say, because I don't know how she pulled it off. Maybe that room was extra AC or something. And they made it, they actually sort of wanted to combine the excellence of the era to match the sophistication of the brand and all of that. So it was quite lovely. It was paraded. It was very decorative there. This is something that it's so like, I don't know if I should pair this up with the news of the Nick comb just now, but I haven't got any photos this time, so don't worry. But many people kind of like to hate people in the public eye, right? And people try to say, oh, I don't like this person, I don't like that person. However, a lady has an actual condition where she has to avoid Simon Cowell.
Oh no, come
She
off
has
it.
to avoid Simon Cowell because it actually makes a young lady called Michelle Hall throw up. Literally. She says, yes, ever since Simon Cowell first appeared in X Factor back in 2004, I've had very real problems, said the 43-year-old from Sunderland. She said, as soon as he walked on stage wearing those trousers pulled up to his chest,
I don't
grinning
believe this.
and winking, I felt a cold sweat coming on. The mother of 3 was reportedly put on an antidepressant by her GP to combat the phobia, but she still does all she can to avoid him. If she doesn't, she actually has panic attacks and screaming
Are you
fits.
serious?
I'm actually, I had to thought.
Are you sure it's just Simon Cowell or anyone wearing his kind
It's actually Simon Cowell. Simon,
I wonder
she
if
has,
he's aware of
she
this.
has Simon Cowell phobia, literally.
Wow.
Yeah. You heard it here first, people. Chrissy B News always try to keep you informed. Yeah.
Wow. That is the strangest phobia I've ever heard.
Absolutely strange. I have to say, I was a bit sorry for Simon Cowell at that point, hearing that. And of course, I think Louis was reported to have sort of ribbed him to say actually someone has a disease because of you. But yeah, he's. But I really, I don't know. I'm in shock myself. But apparently it is true.
Poor thing.
I have to say.
Talking about the lady.
Well, poor thing for Simon Cowell, because imagine if you hear that you make someone puke.
Well, the thing is, she doesn't want to be that way, does she? For some reason, and panic attacks are horrible things, awful things.
But I don't understand why she would be panicked about him. Like, what is it about him? Because apparently, you said the first time she laid eyes on him when he came out on stage and winked.
Oh well. Well, I hope she's getting treated for that.
Absolutely. I just really, I do feel sorry for her, but it kind of borders on hilarious.
Oh come on, he's got loads of followers and fans, and I don't think one person would really bother him.
Wow.
Even though she's very important, but
indeed.
I'm thinking.
Well, I have a bit of a funny story here again.
Well, we'll have to keep it for the next time, so we've only got 30 seconds left. Thank you so much, Excel, with your lovely news as usual. You coming back?
I will. I'll be back.
Can you keep it for us?
I will keep it.
Alrighty. So we have reached the end of today's program. But if you want more information about the show or any of our guests, you can visit the website chrissybshow.tv. And if you want to email me directly, you can do so on chris@chrissybshow.tv. Let me know what you think of the show, of our guests, and if you have your own success story to share, do let me know. That's all for today, and we'll see you again next time. Bye for now.